Awesome. So I'm excited to bring this one to you today. We have the best Amazon Australia product research methods right now. And this is going to be an in-depth dive, an in-depth journey to take together to make sure that you know exactly how much money you can make on Amazon Australia compared to the amount of competition down here. And I think you're going to be very excited by what we find. And I've even got a bonus for you in here. I've discovered how someone has launched to almost 1,000 Amazon reviews on Australia, and we're about to use the same technique for our products down here and really race ahead of the competition, because have a look at this. We're on the Amazon Australia bestsellers page. Now you can get here by typing Amazon Australia bestsellers, and then we clicked into sports and outdoors. This is the category we're in. The number one item in sports and outdoors on the whole of Amazon Australia has 7 reviews. You can see 141 reviews, 27 reviews, 14 reviews. This one has 1 review, and it's the 8th best-selling product on Amazon Australia under the sports and outdoors category. It's absolutely unreal, the lack of competition that is down here and the amazing opportunity there is to get ahead of everybody while we're all on the ground floor together. This is an opportunity that you don't have with Amazon USA when you go into a market and it might be saturated. There might be a guy there with 2,000 reviews or 800 reviews. It's really, really hard to catch him. But in Australia, it doesn't matter what market you go into right now. We are all starting from the ground floor, and you'll be very happy to hear that there is a lot of money being made down here. And I want to show you how I know this, apart from just being able to be selling on this store. And I want to show you the tools that you can use to make sure that you're picking the perfect product for Amazon Australia, because it's very, very different to picking a product in any other country, especially the US store. So that's what we're going to do today. If you're excited by that, hit that like button below for me, and make sure you subscribe, because we have a lot of amazing content, especially around Amazon and Amazon Australia coming out. So let's have a look. The first thing we need to do is we need to go to all departments and just put in a search. So I'm going to search random letters. These are not planned. I'm just going to put the letter D, and let's have a look at dice. So people are looking for dice in Australia. And once again, what is that? Is that one die? Oh no, it's a bunch of dice. I see, a bunch of die. You can see people looking for die or dice down here, however we want to say it. And obviously for Dungeons and Dragons or board games or things like that, maybe casino games. And what's happening is there's someone who's leading this market right here. Amazon's Choice Badge, 55 reviews, doing well. Whoever this is, if you're watching this, great job. You're doing really well in those reviews. Your second place are way behind. You have 10 more reviews than your second place ranking person. Great photos, really going well. So this is what you want to do in the market down here, because it's very easy to take that first place and take a big market share. But you have to ask the question, how big is this market? And we can have a look at ANZ Scout, which will tell us how much money they're making in the US store, but it doesn't work in Australia. You can have a look at Jungle Scout, which will tell you how much they're making in the US store, but again, doesn't work down here. Helion 10 is going to be the same. eGrow, this is called eGrow, and it's eGrow.io is their software name. And before you rush to that website though, let me show you something. These guys claim to know how much people are making in Amazon Australia. And so I've downloaded this and I've used it against my own products, and I've used it against products that I know how much they're making in Australia. And it is wildly, wildly inaccurate. In fact, that it's so inaccurate that it just confuses me when I look at the actual figures it's giving me, because it looks like, okay, yeah, look, these two are making a lot of money up top and then these guys aren't making much. It makes sense. This confuses me because I don't know how much money these dice are making at all, but I know it's nowhere close to this based on it not being even close for one of the tests that I ran. And that leaves you even more confused, because you're like, okay, well, obviously they're selling. They got 55 reviews. You get a 1 to 2% of people leaving reviews. That could be a good way to find out how much people are selling, but it's still not accurate enough. So where I do like eGrow is it does what Jungle Scout and other softwares aren't doing at the moment. And you can actually, if you're looking for products to sell on Amazon Australia, come in here, click the categories that you'd be interested in selling in. Baby would be good. Beauty and clothes and shoes are a little hard, but you could potentially do them. Hard as in hard to source that product, hard to get the clearances from Amazon. Something like pet supplies, toys and games, baby, where's kitchen, stationary office products is easy, sports, fitness, and outdoors. There's no specific kitchen one in here. Health, household. So we don't want help, we want household. So I'm just going to leave that for now. Come in and put in. Now this is going to be something I say over and over again. And this software is all free. It's called egrow.io. And remember, their app is wildly inaccurate. I'm going to delete it as soon as I finish this video. But this database research is actually really good because I don't know anyone else is doing this right now. And you get 1 month of free access of it. You want to come in here and put in a maximum bestseller rank. So something like 500 bestseller rank, meaning that it's only going to pull the first 500 best-selling products from these categories. Now, in the US store, you'd put something like 5,000 or 20,000 there. But in Australia, there's so much less demand than in the US. Remember how little competition there is the biggest mistake you could make. And if you're thinking about selling on Amazon Australia, make sure you're listening. Don't sell a really hyper niche product with medium or low demand. Go big. Go for the big products with a lot of demand because the market is at a ground floor level. And the products that are being bought are the ones in really high demand. And if you go medium or small, you're going to see very, very little sales. 1, maybe 0 sales a day. Biggest tip you can do. So you can even come in here and put something like 200 in the top 200 bestseller ranks. And then just click search and let that do its thing. A little figure 8 infinity sign here. And it's going to pull, once again, I would not look at this data. Average reviews is going to be accurate, but everything else, is average reviews accurate? I don't think that's accurate. 133 average? Maybe, because there's a lot of varieties of this stuff. But what you'd come and do is you'd come and sort through, and you'd have to get rid of the duplicates, and I think you can put negative keywords in here, exclude. So you can put exclude Fitbit or something like that. And you can come in and get good product ideas here. And once again, don't look at this revenue per month. I'm going to show you how to figure that out exactly. And you can come in here and find products that you can start selling in Amazon Australia instantly. And another good thing about Amazon Australia, you don't need a lot of stock. You don't need 1,000 units on your first order unless you're in a really high demand product. You could start with just a couple hundred units and just test that market and make sure you're selling it a premium product. Don't go for a generic product, and really start to own a market. Really start to cut your little piece of this billion-dollar pie. They're making billions of dollars in Australia, and you want a little piece of that. And it's very easy to get in at the moment. So that's a great way to do some product research to see how to sell. I'm going to show you a couple of others, but before I do, I want to show you exactly how to know how much this dice is selling. And to know that, you need to use what's called the 999 cart method. And it's extremely manual, but you'll be surprised that Jungle Scout actually use this in their algorithms to figure out how much money people are making. That's how they're so accurate, Jungle Scout. But unfortunately, they're not in Australia right now, so we have to do it manually. But I say unfortunately, but once again, they're not in Australia, meaning nobody else is using it. Nobody else is clued into this, and there's less competition down here. So what you do is you go quantity to add to cart. You can only do 30 here, and I'm going to have to sign in, so I can't actually do this. But you want to add it to cart, and then go proceed to cart. It's going to prompt me to sign in, but I'm not going to sign in at the moment. And what's going to happen is you need to up that quantity to 999 items. And what's going to happen is they're going to say, we don't have 999 of these in our warehouse to offer you. We only have, and they'll tell you exactly how many, maybe 400. And you're going to be like, okay, cool. So they have 400 in stock. You literally get a pen and paper, you write it down, 400, you write the time and the date. Come back 3 or 4 days later and then do the same thing. Add to cart, 999, enter. We only have 350 left of these in stock. Okay, cool. So they've sold 50 in 4 days. So you know they're selling about 12 die every single day. You can figure out how much they're making by doing 12 times 14, which is what, $168 every single day of revenue, about $50 a day of profit. And you can do that for the items that you're watching. And I recommend only doing that for the items that are in high demand, because otherwise you're not going to see anything moving. So you can go into the bestsellers, and I'm going to show you exactly how to find more bestsellers apart from eGrow. But that's how you can get a very, very accurate idea of how many units are moving for a product that you're going into. And we have started to do it for a lot of products, and because we're trying to really test the market, and we're going to go pretty hard into the Amazon Australia store, especially in 2020, really ramping up our game, because we have found this person, Sound Pete's true wireless Bluetooth earbuds, and they have 938 reviews, which is ridiculous. Nobody on this store has 1,000 reviews, and they're closing in on 1,000 reviews. And what we do is we're like, they're very successful. Nobody else is this successful. What are they doing differently that we can replicate for our products? And we found it. We found exactly how they've launched to almost 1,000 reviews. We've backtracked it. We know exactly the method that they're using, and we're now starting to implement that on our products. And once it starts working for us, we're going to be able to share it so you can implement it on your products and take massive, massive leap past your competition, because nobody here in Australia is doing this right now. You're on the ground level. And if you want to be notified of exactly how to launch your product in Amazon Australia and the exact launch methods that this person has used here to be the number one thing, one of the best selling products in the whole store, there's a link in the description below. I'm going to notify you when we start implementing into our product, and I'm going to send you the information. If you click that link below, I'll call it Get Notified for Amazon Australia launch methods. In the description, you don't want to miss this one. This is massive, and it's going to put you ahead of everybody in the competition. Now, that aside, how do you find product ideas? You can come and do the same thing in the US, where you just type in random letters and see what comes up top, and then see if they have a decent amount of reviews, because remember here, the biggest thing we're looking for is demand. But we can already gauge demand based on a few things. One, going to the Amazon bestsellers and seeing what is already being bought. Therefore, it's already in demand. It's proven to be in demand in Australia. Two, you can go to the Amazon bestsellers USA store. And Australia and USA aren't very different. And if it sells really well in the US store, it's going to eventually sell really well in the Australian store. That at a 90% success rate. So you want to come in and see, cool, what can I see here? Well, here's a airbed. Was anyone dominating the airbeds in the Australia store? And we go back and you type in airbed and you see, okay, cool, people are starting to make moves. They got terrible reviews, and they got good price points in here. How much can I source an airbed for? And you look at things that are selling really well in the US. Look at that, 1,500 reviews over here. But it's only got 13 reviews over here. You look at this and you translate what's successful in this store, because people are going to need this in Australia as well. Here's a basketball. You probably don't want to sell basketballs. Waist trainers for women. You know, we have women in Australia just like there's women in the US, and every woman, not every woman, some women want a thinner or tighter waist. Therefore, they're going to sell in Amazon Australia, and you can go and you can type that in. Now, eBay Australia is a massive opportunity. I'm just going to keep going through these ideas to make sure you've got as much knowledge, and you can keep referring back to this video and do these strategies over and over again before you invest in your product, so you're confident in that. And here are the top selling eBay products for Amazon Australia. Now, eBay sell 10 products for every one product sold in Australia on Amazon. So if one product sells on Amazon, eBay sell 10 of that same item. And inside our Australia course, which link is in the description, we show you how we are also selling on eBay Australia and actually making more money on eBay while they remain the top dog. But as Amazon come and switch over, you know, we're playing both sides of the field here, so that we are going to go from selling really well on eBay to selling well on eBay and extraordinarily well on Amazon. And we show you how to do that same thing in that course. Link is in the description for that. And you can come in here and see what is selling well in each of these categories for Amazon Australia. Computer mice is a good one. You probably might want to stay away from electronics, but you can come in here, building toys, games, and puzzles, hair dryers. There seem to be a lot of electronics, but come into the ones that aren't electronics, and come and find what's selling well on eBay. You can also start doing the search on eBay over here. For example, if you type JO, is probably not a good one. Let's type B, Bluetooth headphones. No coincidence that these are Bluetooth headphones. The ones we were looking at before, they're doing really well. Bedside tables, Burberry. And have a look at this, cross-reference it with the US store. Have a look at what's going on Amazon Australia, and make sure that it's in demand is your biggest one. Now, this is a really cool website, crazylister.com. revealing the top selling items on eBay in 2019. And you can see they show you exactly, once again, Bluetooth headphones. And that's why this person's made a big move for that Bluetooth headphone market on Amazon Australia, because they know on every single other platform, they're massive. And Amazon Australia, once again, clean slate, let's get to number one. And they're doing really well at that. And we're going to take a feather out of their book, or a feather out of the leaf out of their book, feather out of their bow, and do the same thing for our products and get ahead and solidify that spot. So it's impossible to ever catch us. And as Amazon grows, we grow with it. And this is a really cool way to come and get ideas based on different categories. And it's called Crazy Lister, top selling items on eBay. If you Google that, you'll be able to pull up this and find exactly what things are selling well on eBay, because they're going to also sell well on Amazon. Now, the last piece of advice I've got, and I won't go into detail in this one, I'll do one example for you, is the 10 most visited Australian shopping sites between January and June 2018 are these ones down here. Now, if you live in Australia, you're going to be familiar with a lot of these ones. If you don't, these are what people use to shop and buy. Something like Woolworths and Coles and Woolworths are supermarkets, so we want to stay clear of that. They're not buying physical products there, but they're buying groceries. Bunnings is a hardware store, so something like Kmart, obviously, Officeworks, Harvey Norman, Big W, Target. These are ones, JB Hi-Fi. These are ones where you want to go and see what's selling on that store. See what they're using their money to advertise on. Again, electronics are going to be a little bit harder. I do recommend staying clear of that for your first product, but if you're confident in there, definitely dive in. And then down here, top 10 most visited local international shopping websites in Australia. So you can see eBay's there. You can look at ebay.com, the best sellers there. And then once again, these other ones here. So you can go to target.com.au and just see Target are going to use their real estate to advertise what is in high demand on their website. So we're going to come and you can see they've got linen down here to start. They've got, now these are all quite expensive things, maybe Barbie toys. Again, be careful with the brand names, but come and browse these categories and let's have a look. Let's go to, is there Christmas, women, looking for sort of a kitchen, here we go. Let's have a look at what they're advertising in the kitchen. A pie maker, a toaster, so these are all electronics. Can we do knives and chopping boards? And they got really cheap, cool chopping boards. So I'd come over here and I'd go to Amazon Australia, chopping board, and you can actually see where it starts coming up. So if I type CH, it is chopping board down here. So it's in high demand because it's being searched a lot. You can see this one's only got 3 reviews here, 12 reviews, 4 reviews. These are all plastic ones. Here's the wooden one. They look like they're doing well. This is what I'd recommend you go for. Premium, so you get a very high margin and good products. I mean, you can always improve these products. That's the other thing. Everyone down here, they're not, this photo's pretty good, that photo's pretty good, but the rest of them are very, very amateur photos, and it's very easy to move in and improve every single aspect of the listing, improve every aspect of the photo, improve the SEO, improve the product, go into a niche with high demand and absolutely dominate this market. So get the link in the description below to get notified when this advanced training is coming out. Subscribe below. Tell me if you like this or what else you want to see from me, because I literally make these videos based on your requests. So comment below and I'll read every single comment and reply to it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.